Why are you looking at yourself in a mirror? This is an audio-only podcast. They cannot see you.
I think I need a haircut. It's getting a bit bushy.
I thought you were going for that caveman look.
What? It's not that bad.
Not bad? You have a Cheeto lost up there from lunch.
Where? Oh, I think I found it.
Oh.
I wonder what a haircut costs now. It used to be a lot cheaper back in my day.
The website should tell you when you make your reservation.
What happened to the good old days where you knew about the stores and products from those cool commercial catchy phrases? You know, like clap on, clap off.
How about if you use that clapper thing and start our intro music?
Okay. Why do people post to TikTok? What is a virtual classroom? Do you use AI? What's with all these fake photos?
Did you go to an arcade? How many TV channels were there? What was dial-up internet? Did you hang out at the mall?
From the class of 1996 with big hair, AOL, and whatever.
And the class of 2026 with YouTube, smartphones, and mask mandates.
You're listening to Midlife Young. The best part of waking up is Midlife Young playing on your iPhone.
I don't think that is the correct phrase.
I made it better.
You took away the coffee.
Oh, that is bad.
Yes. However, you bring up an interesting topic for the first segment.
Coffee? Those that love it, those that don't. And how we, the 99% that do drink coffee, think it's wrong not to love coffee.
Coffee. Good. But not what I was talking about. I think our audience would like to reminisce in the commercial catchphrases.
Like we did with the one-line songs last podcast?
Yes.
We're going to jump to 1995 with some of these catchphrases, and I picked 3. And I figured you could also give us 3. So let's go back and forth. I'm going to start. The first one I have is, got milk? It was a minimalist ad showing people in mishaps needing milk. Slogan became a cultural meme.
Interesting. I picked the NFL somebody. It was an ad meter top 5. Mentorship and community. Emotional, purpose-driven, storytelling, celebration, flag, football, and inclusion.
My second one, they'll turn your head. So it was Gushers. Kids' heads morphed into giant fruit using early CGI, which was far better than the 70s CGI, but still, it was early CGI. It was bizarre, but yet memorable.
Oh, interesting. At least it was CGI. My next one is Bud Light. Big men on cul-de-sac. Neighborhood block party mayhem with celebrity cameos, featuring Post Malone, Peyton Manning, and some comedic escalation.
So my next one was Have It Your Way. It was actually Burger King. It revived the Have It Your Way slogan, emphasizing customization.
Making me hungry. So my next one is Dunkin's 2. Ben Affleck returns with the Dunkings crew for self-aware Star Spud sequel spot.
Well, I think I'm going to leave the audience with a few trivia questions. I think you have a few too. So let me rattle off a few of them to see if our audience can answer in the comments. What candy brand slogan was the Fresh Maker in the mid-90s? What sports drink encouraged fans to Be Like Mike. And this is a dead giveaway, so if you get the answer wrong, which soda brand declared nothing else is like a Pepsi in its 1995 campaign? I'm telling you, I think the slogan itself pretty much said the brand.
Oh, so it's Coca-Cola?
All right, throw us 3 trivia questions to end this segment.
Which snack brand's heartwarming spot about determined young farmer finished a close second? What condiment brand reunited Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal at Cat's Deli?
Oh, that's a cool one. Sorry. I had to comment because I know that commercial.
I don't.
And it came from a movie.
In which ad did singer Seal perform a parody called Kiss from a Lime?
All right, so be sure to jump into the comments. If you know any of these answers, I know I gave you one of them, but it was the slogan. So, I mean, you know. Wow, I'm trying to pick a time slot for my haircut. When did it get so expensive?
Prices do change over time.
They sure did. I wonder what the comparison of costs was back 30 years ago.
That does sound interesting. Maybe scary? Pull up that AI and see what it says.
Moop, 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 moop.
More of those low-budget sound effects.
So AI has supplied me a short list of various prices. Let's dive into this list. I'm going to start with milk, because everybody wants to know the price of gas, the price of milk. These always are common questions. So let's start out with those two. So in 1995, the average U.S. price of a gallon of milk was $2.
And the 2025 average price is $4.
And then, of course, the second one I brought up was gasoline. And the average cost back in 1995 was $1.16. Oh, wow, really? Wow, I miss those days.
Well, now it's averaging about like $3.20 to $3.28.
The average cost of bread, it looks like it's labeled by per pound, was $1.50 a pound back in 1995.
Didn't really make any difference. It's now only $1.79.
At least there's something that's still affordable. Movie tickets? Oh, wow. This one jumped. $4.35.
And now it is like $10.75 to $11.50.
And that's just the ticket. Wait until you go to the popcorn aisle, the candy. By the time you're done, it's $100.
What movie theater are you going to?
Oh, don't forget. We usually bring you guys too.
That's true.
Yep. Monthly rent. $550 a month.
Now it is $1,650.
Oh my goodness. Who could afford that anymore?
Not me.
Jeans. $5 to $20 a pair.
It is now $30 to $40.
T-shirt. $21.
This one is either $5 or $60. There's no in between. Definitely not.
No in between.
No in between. It's either $5 or $60. You got to pick one or the other.
You either went with cheap or styling.
Exactly.
There had to have been cheaper shirts, though, back in 1995 than $21. I'm sure there was.
I think it was yesterday I saw a t-shirt for $1.
At least there's something that's gone down in price.
But it was on clearance.
Sneakers. $36. And we're talking better sneakers, not the cheap sneakers.
Now it's like $139.
Unless you go for those luxury brands. Woo! But I do get my sneakers every once in a while on Amazon. I find it for like $50. So
I go to Walmart, it's like $20.
now I don't know much about this, but if I were to go out and buy a dress, yeah, I'm not going to go out and buy a dress. But I guess it was $87 on average in 1995.
So it depends on what kind of dress you're buying. So a wedding dress is like, it can be up to $10,000.
I think they're talking day regular dress, not wedding dresses, because that's in a whole different ballpark.
$30 to $600 plus, I guess. Depends If it's formal or casual.
Let's jump to electronics. A television set. Back in the 1995s, $400 to $500.
Well, this is interesting. It is now $250 to $400.
And I know you can get it cheaper at times, too.
Mm-hmm. I've seen for like $89. That's pretty nice.
Laptops. And I kind of remember this one because I remember buying the $2,000 laptop. So $2,000 to $3,000 back in 1995. Big, thick laptops. Windows 95, 98. Actually,
Okay.
98 wouldn't have been out in 95, would it? Yeah, so it would have been 95. But yeah, I had a Windows 95 laptop that I spent, I think I paid $1,899 for. Big, chunky thing. Top of the line, coolest sucker at the time. So what is the prices today?
It's about $700 to like $1,200.
They do go more expensive. And I do know they go cheaper, but yeah, that's about the average for a home laptop.
Yeah.
Smartphones, and I know that's not true because I don't think our phones were all that smart in 1995, but it's labeled it as smartphone. $200 to $1,000.
Now it is $800 to $1,200.
And far smarter. Well, or at least it spies on you far better than it used to.
Yeah.
And then let's wrap this up with a microwave. I don't know why a microwave, but we'll make some popcorn. How's that sound?
I can't have popcorn.
All right, so microwave average cost in 1995 was $200 to $250.
Now it is $100 to $150.
So it's quite interesting how some of the prices have gone up, some of them got down.
The stuff you actually need to live has gone up, and the stuff you don't really need has gone down.
I don't know, the laptop's important. Gotta have a laptop. Smartphone, oh, it's a must.
Sure. Did you get that haircut scheduled?
Yes, but I do miss the good old small barber shop.
I'm guessing you have a story.
Yep, let's go back to 1985. Dad's yellow pickup rattled down Main Street like it always did. The bench seat squeaked every time he shifted gears. I sat close to the passenger door, watching the world blur past. Brick storefronts, faded signs, and the occasional neon glow from a diner window. It was Saturday morning, and that meant one thing: haircut day. We pulled into the tiny gravel lot besides the barber shop. 4 spaces, maybe 5 if someone squeezed in tight. The spinning barber pole stood proudly by the door. Its red, white, and blue stripes swirled like a candy cane in motion. I stared at it for a second, hypnotized, before Dad killed the engine. "Ready, sport?" he asked, his voice warm and steady. I nodded, though my stomach fluttered. I didn't hate haircuts, but there was something about the buzz of those clippers that made me tense. Still, the promise of a gumball at the end was enough to keep me brave. The door creaked open, and the brass bell above it jingled sharply, announcing us to the world inside. The smell hit me first, a strange but comforting mix of hairspray, talcum powder, and the faint bit of cigar smoke that clung to the dark brown wood-paneled walls. It smelled like grown-ups, like Saturday mornings, like tradition. The waiting area was small, lined with 4 chairs covered in dark red vinyl. Their chrome arms gleamed under the fluorescent lights, cool and smooth when I brushed my fingers across them. Across the room, 2 classic barber chairs sat like thrones, their deep red leather worn soft from years of use. The floor was dark brown tile scattered with clippings of every shade, tiny curls and straight strands that whispered stories from other heads. A 19-inch color TV perched high on the corner shelf. Its curved glass screen glowed faintly. Bob Barker's voice floated down from above, cheerful and tinny. "Come on down!" Just below the TV stood a bubblegum machine, its glass globe filled with bright spheres of promise. I eyed it like treasure. The first barber, a stocky man with a neat beard, was bent over a customer, the buzz of his trimmer steady and sharp. Besides him stood my favorite, tall, broad-shouldered, and with an easy smile that reminded me of Sam from Cheers. He looked up as we entered, his voice warm and familiar. "Well, look who it is," he said, sweeping the cloth off the chair with a practiced flick. "Hop on up, champ." I climbed into the chair, the vinyl cool against my legs. He wrapped my neck snugly with a strip of white tissue before fastening the cape around me. It felt like a ritual, like something sacred. "How's school?" he asked, his voice casual as he combed through my hair. "Good," I said, though my mind was already on the gumball machine. I wondered if I'd get a red one this time. Red was the best. He hummed softly as he worked, a tune I didn't recognize but somehow knew by heart. The clippers roared to life. Their vibration tickled my scalp. When he edged near my ears, the sound grew loud and intimate, like a swarm of bees. I held my breath, stared at the reflection in the wall-to-wall mirror. His hand rested gently across my eyebrows as he trimmed my bangs, shielding my eyes from stray hairs. I liked that. Made me feel like he cared. "You're growing up fast," he said with a grin. "Won't be long before you're too cool for this old place." "Never," I said quickly, and meant it. The shop was more than a place for haircuts. It was a piece of Main Street, a piece of Dad and me. When we finished, he spun me towards the mirror and held up a smaller one so I could inspect the back. I nodded solemnly, approval given. With a flourish, he whisked away the cape, the tissue strip tugging lightly at my neck. Then came the best part. He pressed a penny into my palm, a silent reward for sitting still. I darted to the gum machine, dropped the coin, and twisted the chrome knob. Click, 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 then the satisfying clunk as a single gumball tumbled down. I lifted the metal flap and claimed my prize. Its sugary scent already teased my nose. Dad handed over a crisp $10 bill. The barber walked to the old mechanical cash register. Its chrome keys clacked as he pushed in the amount. With a loud ka-clunk, the drawer sprung open, revealing the neat stack of bills. He slid the money in and shoved the drawer closed with that familiar metal scrape, and the sound echoing like punctuation in the quiet room. Electric registers existed, sure, but this was part of the charm, a relic that belonged here. "See you next time," the tall barber called as we stepped back into the daylight. Main Street buzzed with passing cars, their engines humming like distant bees. We climbed into the yellow pickup, the vinyl seat warm from the sun, and Dad turned the key. I popped the gumball into my mouth, a sweet ending to a small-town ritual. Actually, some of that story was based off of a barber I did go to when I was young, and it was on Main Street.
It's very interesting.
Tiny little place. Really cool. I do know the place still exists today, but I haven't visited for years, so I don't know what kind of vibe it is today.
That sure is different when Mom brought me to the hairstylist when I was younger.
For comparison, tell us a story how that went.
Okay, let's jump forward 30 whole years. That is 3 decades. When major advancements in the world was happening, moving us out of the Stone Ages.
And the price went up.
Okay, you got me there. Let's go to the story. The SUV rolled into the strip mall parking lot, tires crunching over the salted pavement. Mom parked near the glass doors of the haircut place, bright white letters on the window promising walk-ins welcome. No spinning pole, no bell, just a clean glass door and the faint smell of shampoo drifting out every time someone walked in. Inside, everything was bright. White walls, white tile, white counters. The hum of fluorescent lights filled the space, and a soft pop song played from the radio tucked somewhere behind the front desk. No TV, no chatter from game shows, just the steady rhythm of scissors and clippers and the occasional burst of laughter from a stylist. The waiting area sat to the right, a neat row of black chairs facing a wall of glass shelves stacked with hair products, gels, sprays, shampoos with sleek labels promising shine and volume. I glanced at the price tags, wondering if anyone ever bought them. No gumball machine here, No penny reward. Just a quiet place to sit and scroll through your phone. Tugged at my sleeve, feeling the weight of my hair on my shoulders. It was too long. I wanted it shorter, lighter, something new. Mom gave me a little nudge towards the counter. A young stylist in a black smock walked over, smiling politely. "Phone number?" she asked. Fingers poised over the keyboard of a computer monitor, glowing with appointment slots. I rattled off the digits, and she tapped them in with quick precision. "All right, you're checked in," she said. "We'll be ready for you in just a minute." I sat down, the chair firm and modern, and watched the room. 2 rows of stations lined the walls, each separated by tall white flags that gave a sense of privacy without hiding movement. Stylists worked in mirrored spaces, their counters neat and minimal. Combs, clippers, spray bottles, all arranged like tools in a lab. The air smelled sharp and clean, like citrus shampoo and disinfectant. I thought about the old barbershop Dad used to talk about going to. Dark wood, hum of clippers, smell of cigars. This place felt like the future. Efficient, bright, almost too bright. "Okay, you're up," the stylist called, and I followed her to a chair halfway down the row. It wasn't a throne like the old barber chairs, just a sleek black seat with a hydraulic base. She draped a cape over me, clipped it snug at the neck, and asked, "What are we doing today?" "Just a trim," I said, then hesitated, maybe a couple inches off. She nodded, comb already moving through my hair. "Layers?" "Sure," I said, trying to sound confident. Inside, I wonder if I'd regret it. Would it look weird? Would Mom like it? Would I like it? The clippers buzzed to life, quieter than I remembered from childhood. Their hum blending with the pop song on the radio. No humming Barber, no easy banter about school, just efficient questions. "Shorter bangs? How's this length?" I answered, watching my reflection in the spotless mirror. The fluorescent lights making everything look sharp and clinical. Not the cozy feel of the old shop, but part of me liked this. Quick, simple, no fuss. When she finished, she spun the chair slightly, checked the angles, and brushed stray hairs from my neck. "Looks good?" she asked. "Yeah," I said, and she smiled, unclipping the cape with a practiced flick. My hair felt lighter, and I ran my fingers through it, trying to imagine how it would look later when I styled it myself. At the counter, Mom handed over her credit card. Screen flashed $18.95, and the stylist tapped the keys with a soft electric beep. No clunk of a cash drawer, no mechanical slide, just a quiet transaction and a printed receipt curling from the machine. Mom slipped the card back into her wallet like it was nothing. "Have a great day," the stylist said as we stepped back into the sunlight. The strip mall stretched out before us, a row of sameness. Dry cleaner, nail salon, sandwich shop. I climbed into the SUV, and as Mom started the engine, stared at my reflection in the side mirror. Wasn't magic, but it was new, and sometimes it was enough.
Well, that definitely has a different vibe.
It does.
I think I like my old barber style. But once again, I haven't been to the old barber shop for a long time. It's just so much quicker to go to those quick mall barbers and be done.
Yeah.
But something to be said about the good old days. Even though I doubt that he would give me a penny for a gumball today.
Probably not.
And it's probably more than a penny.
More like a nickel.
It's probably got a credit card slot at this point.
Maybe.
Standing right next to the vending machine of pops and snacks.
Who knows?
Well, we better wrap this up. My hair appointment is coming up.
You scheduled it that close to our podcast? What if we went over? Never mind, he left already. Well, while he updates his hairstyle to something not looking like a caveman...
I can still hear you.
Go to your appointment. If you're late, they will give your spot away. Anyway, as I was trying to say, if you have any interesting stories of your trip to the barbers, prices of the time, or those commercial catchphrases that to this day you still can't get out of your head. Let us know in the comments. Till next time, bye.
From the class of 1996
And the class of 2026,
this has been Midlife Young.
don't miss out on future episodes by subscribing to our podcast.
And find us online at midlifeyoung.com. Thank you for listening.